It's a great question. It really is, and it's something that we struggle with all the time. We have very little name recognition. We're in one trade lane, whereas most of our competitors are in every trade lane around the world. And while their names may not be as familiar to us as Americans because we tend to be very inward thinking, most people around the world are very global in the way they look. Most of them live in port towns where they see these massive container ships coming in each and every day. So they're very familiar with the Maersks of the world, the OOCLs, the APLs, and all of our major competition. As Mike mentioned, we truly are the global leader in customer service. It's not because we're brilliant, and I always say that, it's because we're small and we can manage the business. We have so many influences that factor into decisions that are made on a daily basis. Currencies are fluctuating. Cargo flows are changing, maybe not daily, but certainly quarterly. Countries are changing their policies towards importation of goods. Protectionist policies may be employed or removed. So all these factors influence what happens each and every day. We're in a very small, mature trade with mature customers who have focused on, and this is the supply chain part of it, driving inventory holding time out of their inventory costs. So what they're doing is they're trying to just in time from Europe to the US or from US to Europe. And what ICL does better than any other company in the world, bar none, is our ships leave on time, our ships arrive on time, and we've got a strong intermodal network on either side of the ocean, which we manage through subcontractors. We don't drive the trucks, we don't load the cargo onto ship or take it off the ship, but we partner with suppliers who are very customer focused, very service focused, and between them we can walk into a customer and we can say, we can guarantee week in and week out that it's going to take 16 days from Neunkirchen, Germany to Cleveland, Ohio. And we perform better than any other carrier day in and day out. The challenge is getting that first box on our ship. Once we get the box on our ship, they fall in love with us, and it's easy to retain them. We actually charge the highest rates in the industry. I had dinner last night with one of our intermodal folks from Belgium, and he's been doing the same thing for us for 15 years. He just received a promotion. And he said something really interesting. He said, I was at an external training conference in Antwerp, and I was sitting there looking at the roster of the people that were attending, and there was customer A and there was customer B. There must have been 4 or 5 customers. They sat down, they were having lunch, and somebody at the table asked him, who are you with? And he said, well, I'm with Independent Container Line, ICL. And the fellow that was sitting across from him happened to work for a customer of ours. And he didn't say anything at first. And then he let 5 minutes go by, and then very loudly he said, you work for ICL. How do you guys do it? You're so much better. You're not cheaper than anybody else. In fact, you're more expensive than everybody else, but you're the best. And we give our cargo to you because you're the best. That is the type of testimonial we get from virtually every customer that we do business with. And many of them are the biggest of the big Fortune 500 companies.
So how do you convey that up and down your chain of command, up and down your employee base?
We do that because we're a small organization. We have about 100 employees on both sides of the ocean. And our CEO and myself communicate in a monthly newsletter, and we're constantly reinforcing the things that lead to this high quality service. We do it through quarterly state of the companies where we touch every, and we have the ability to do it, unlike a Dominion. We can touch every employee in our organization. We sit down, we have lunch with them. And when we have lunch with them, we're consistently talking about their role in providing this exceptional service. And we might tell them a story about where we're sitting in front of the customer, and the customer was just heaping praise on us for our outstanding service, and particularly their role in it. So it's constantly reinforcing, drawing that linkage between what every person in the organization does and the ultimate service that we provide.